Dogtown is a walled-off area located east of the Pacifica subdistricts of Coastview and Westwind Estate. It is divided into different areas, including Longshore Stacks, Golden Pacific, Luxor Heights, Terra Cognita, and more, all controlled by Colonel Kurt Hansen and his Barghest militia. Longshore Stacks comprises predominantly residential areas constructed from repurposed cargo containers initially utilized for transporting and storing construction materials earmarked for the Pacifica rebuilding efforts. Golden Pacific serves as fertile grounds for Barghest, housing their comprehensive operations, logistics, and recreational pursuits within a notably hazardous locale, particularly for outsiders. Luxor Heights falls under the jurisdiction of the Voodoo Boys, currently navigating a precarious situation amid conflicts involving rival factions, the Scavs and Hansen's crew. It's advisable to be well informed about their existing affiliations before venturing into their territory, as disregarding this could easily result in trouble. Once a thriving tech hub for Dogtown, Terra Cognita has now succumbed to desolation, characterized by dirt, dust, and the dominance of scavengers who have claimed control over the area. During the 2050s, investors poured funds into transforming Night City's Pacifica district into a prosperous tourist destination, with Militech emerging as its primary financial backer. This sector in eastern Pacifica was envisioned as Serene Islands, and major construction firms such as HFS, Zarafa, Corp Bud, and Aurochs played pivotal roles. In subsequent years, the old structures in Pacifica were razed to make way for new developments. However, in the 2060s, a significant explosion beneath a construction site in Serene Islands brought the surrounding progress to a standstill. Despite investigations, the cause remained elusive, prompting a doubling of local security measures. Unbeknownst to many, in the 2020s, Militech had established an extensive network of laboratories and bunkers beneath Pacifica, abandoned just before the Fourth Corporate War. In response, the Night City Council opted to isolate Serene Islands, citing a gas leak, and Militech erected a substantial wall around the district. These measures succeeded in luring investors back for a period and resuming construction. Numerous upcoming projects were slated to be showcased at the Founding Our Future Innovation Expo, featuring models like the Eventide Resort and Spa, the Heavy Hearts Club, and a Militech headquarters in Night City that had never materialized. In 2069, the Unification War abruptly halted the progress of Pacifica. Fears of a potential invasion by the new United States from Southern California, which would turn Pacifica into a battleground, prompted corporations and investors to hastily withdraw their funding from ongoing projects in the district. Amid the war, NUSA Colonel Kurt Hansen seized control of a section of Pacifica, disregarding orders to vacate the area post-conflict and displaying his contempt for the Arvin Accord. Hansen established his own private enclave, eventually becoming a quasi-military tyrant. With Night City's economy already in decline, the impact on Pacifica was devastating, leaving much of the district unfinished and lawless. Construction activities came to a permanent halt, leaving many structures as incomplete masses of concrete and steel. Shortly thereafter, gangs and the homeless took over. Formerly Serene Islands, now under Hansen's control, transformed into a combat zone and was eventually isolated from the rest of Pacifica. Initially simply known as the Combat Zone, Dogtown earned its moniker due to Hansen and his Barghest militia. Instead of scrapping the cargo Aerozep that crashed into the stadium, Dogtown's residents ingeniously repurposed its nuclear engine to fulfill the district's energy needs, eliminating reliance on external suppliers. With the establishment of Dogtown's black market, illicit activities like the gun trade transformed the former Pacifica area into a highly lucrative enterprise. Recognizing its profitability, those in power opted to let it be, enabling Hansen to maintain his rule. Devoid of corporate influence and external regulations, Dogtown's elite prospered, while the remainder of the district's inhabitants teetered on the edge of poverty. Over the years, individuals flocked there in hopes of escaping their past and securing a better life within its confines. Little did they realize that they were merely swapping one master for another. As of 2077, Dogtown has evolved into a city within Night City, enclosed by walls and guarded entry points manned by Kurt Hansen's former commandos turned militia soldiers. On its streets, remnants of Pacifica's unfinished redevelopment linger: forsaken luxury hotels, abandoned swimming pools, and once opulent mansions now reduced to dilapidated ruins. Construction machinery lies discarded, and many structures stand as crumbling vacant shells. The NCPD is prohibited from entering Dogtown, and Trauma Team rarely ventures within due to heightened risks. Not that many Dogtown residents could afford Trauma Team insurance. Hansen's militia serves as the de facto law enforcement, though they are a far cry from conventional police officers. Their focus is on preventing total anarchy rather than addressing minor local disputes. Assistance from them may or may not be forthcoming. Dogtown's inhabitants are primarily those fleeing corporations, gangs, or the NCPD. But ordinary people who have been marginalized in Night City also call it home. Individuals brave or desperate enough to seek their fortunes here. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed learning more about Night City and the world of Cyberpunk. If you want to see more videos about the districts of Night City, go ahead and click on the recommended video on screen, or check out our channel. See you soon, chooms!